This news update is brought to you by
This is the 7 a.m. Barbados Today update for Monday, June the 16th, 2014. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Good morning. Police are continuing the search for the suspect responsible for the death of a British national on Sunday, that's yesterday. The victim, whose identity is still not being released up to last night, in fact, died at the QEH as a result of a stab wound sustained during an altercation with a local man at Dover Christ Church. The victim is said to be in his 20s. There's growing concern about the high incidence of sexual abuse of the elderly in Barbados. According to Chairman of the National Assistance Board, Cephas Seeley, the problem remains largely hidden and underreported. Speaking at a church service at the Britons Hill Wesleyan Holiness Church to mark World Elder Abuse Awareness Day yesterday, Seeley said it's time for the authorities to pass legislation to tackle the problem.
Their shame, dependency, and threat causes this soul-wrenching experience to go unreported. Some grannies refuse to eat, get up. Some pray for their death, commit suicide after years of abuse through drug overdose directly or mixing drugs, increasing their intake of medication due to abject social alienation, pretending being ill to secure more medication, deliberately falling and experiencing serious physical injury, which goes unreported. Some even cross busy streets where the possibility of being struck is high.
Put the country above party. That's the message from Archbishop of the West Indies, the Reverend Dr. John Holder, to parliamentarians. Speaking at a church service yesterday to mark the 375th anniversary of Parliament at the St. Mary's Anglican Church, Dr. Holder said elected representatives should focus on what's best for the country rather than the next general elections. He also warned them of the danger of isolating the electorate.
As a group of parliamentarians, you need some time to move beyond the restrictions of party and take the necessary political risks for the sake of the country. You need some time to put the next election out of your minds and think country instead of party. Just remember that this country is far bigger than all of the parliamentarians and all of the members of the political parties put together.
The church service was attended by Governor General Sir Elliot Belgrave, Prime Minister Frendel Stewart, Opposition Leader Mia Motley, other parliamentarians and diplomats. A new health information system is due to take effect in Barbados in 5 months' time. It's being rolled out by the Ministry of Health, which is targeting both private and public health agencies. Health Minister John Boyce says the system will provide real-time connectivity to the Queen Elizabeth Hospital, polyclinics, pharmacies, geriatric hospitals, and laboratories. He made the announcement on the weekend at a welcoming ceremony and awards banquet held for new medical doctors at the Crane Resort, where he said talks will begin soon with private health care providers.
I have directed that talks begin immediately with our private healthcare institutions. It is my intention to chair the first such roundtable discussions before the end of this month, June.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Hi, I'm Red Plastic Bag. Anyone who knows me knows I don't like cold. Sunshine reigns in my country. I love it.
It's your sun power.
Now in the region, just 4 days on the job, Antigua and Barbuda's newly elected Prime Minister Gaston Brown has signed an agreement for a $2 billion deal. That's correct, a $2 billion deal with a Chinese company. The company is expected to construct 5 five-star hotels, 1,300 residential units, a casino, a comfort center on an offshore island and surrounding lands. The deal also calls for a 24-hole golf course, marina and landing facilities, and a commercial, retail and sports facility. The government says the Chinese company will invest more than $200 million annually in the country over the next 10 years. And finally, on the international scene, gunmen have attacked a coastal town in Kenya, setting fire to at least 3 hotels and a petrol station. Police say they are pursuing the men who also raided and opened fire on a police station yesterday. The death toll was not clear. Kenya's National Disaster Operations Center says the attack has been linked to the Somalia-based group Al-Shabaab. That's our 7 a.m. update. Join us again at noon. But until then, log on to www.barbadostoday.bb, subscribe to our e-paper, and like us on Facebook to get more news and sports. I'm Emmanuel Joseph.
This news update is brought to you by...
Hi, I'm Red Plastic Bag. Anyone who knows me knows I don't like cold. Sunshine reigns in my country. I love it.
It's your sun power.